I'm Leaha Hammond and this is Darla, and we're back for another Bachelorette recap, but today is a special one because it is the season finale of Jojo Fletcher's season. So I don't even know where to begin. This whole season has been nothing but craziness and Jojo crying and just huge amounts of heartbreak. But today was supposed to be a happy go lucky season finale, and it started off really happy. It was first Robbie was meeting Jojo's parents. Now let me say, what is wrong with Jojo's mother's face? Like, did she have so many surgeries or whatever? Even when she was crying, she could not even cry because her face was just like, oh. But she does not look like Jojo. Jojo is so beautiful and so attractive, and like, what the hell happened to the mother? Anyways, totally not about the mother, totally all about Jojo. But Robbie was the first one to meet the parents, and oh no, wait, I'm getting that way mixed up. It was Jordan that actually met the parents first. And Jojo kind of went into it like feeling overly confident and, kind of full of himself. But that's pretty normal for Jordan. And I still to this very day love Robbie. But we'll get into Robbie when we get into Robbie. But so Jordan came in, met with the parents, made a good first impression, I guess. But, he still was acting so cocky that the whole family was like, he's just a player. All the girls love him, probably because he's good looking. It was just like they were getting like this really bad vibe. And the mom was trying to tell Jojo, like, look, I have this bad vibe. I don't have a good feeling about him. I don't know what to tell you, but it's just not good. And Jojo, like the mom said, that there was like these curtains there. And Jojo just knew that she loved this man, but she was not listening to anything else. And I've been in that situation before where someone has told me absolutely not, but I went ahead and did it anyways, and I ended up in a bad situation. But Jojo, I guess, will have to learn for herself. Jordan apparently in the fantasy suite had said to Jojo, it's really important for me to get your father's blessing, blah, blah, blah. And when he had the alone time with the father, he didn't get that blessing. He didn't jump the gun and take, the father by the hand and say, can I have your daughter's hand in marriage? Please, can you give her to me kind of thing? He didn't take that opportunity. Why? Because it was awkward. Well, Jordan, what kind of situation are you in with your brother? Now that is awkward. This conversation that you were having with the dad and how he was saying how, oh, Jojo just has trust issues, make sure you don't hurt her, da-da-da-da-da, like dad thinks that's awkward. Like, no, you could have grabbed your balls for a second and just said, hey, can I have your daughter's hand in marriage? But he butchered that and he ruined that. And Jojo was like, feeling super confident, like, hey, I'm in love with this man. I'm sure he asked my dad. And so she went on thinking for the rest of the day that he had asked for her dad's blessing, basically. And he didn't. And Jojo did not know this. So the next date was Robbie's date. Jojo thought, Jordan's made such a lasting impression on my parents, blah, blah, blah. But Robbie is a sweetheart. He really captured America's hearts, I think, because he's just kind of a genuine guy, and I really like him. Him and Luke were my two favorites out of the whole season. He just opened up and said, I love your daughter. I want her hand in marriage. Like, I want to take care of her. I want to love her. And what he did that was so sweet was he got the mother and the father in the same room and asked them both for Jojo's hand in marriage. Now that, to me, shows courage, shows confidence, and he really valued their daughter, which was super important. And her dad got emotional about the fact that Robbie had asked, and, it was a really special moment. But then Jojo got word from her parents that Jordan didn't ask for that hand in marriage, and she automatically jumped to Jordan's defense and was like, well, maybe there's a reason. And there was no reason except for he's a coward. And so the next day, after Robbie's date, what are you doing? She got to have another date with Robbie, but like a real date. And the whole time, the whole date, it was great. It was nothing but love, cheesy couples swimming in the ocean, you know, doing their thing, having drinks and coconuts, and it was super cute. And Robbie was just like, I'm ready to spend my life with you. I'm ready to have kids with you and burn the meatloaf, as he put it. And just, I honestly, at this point, I was like, Robbie's getting the final rose. He's putting the ring on the finger. And it was great. The whole date was great. Jojo felt really happy, and she left smiling, didn't seem confused. And then the next day, had a date with Jordan. Now, way to put a damper on things, people, because the whole date, all she could think about was the fact that Jordan never asked her dad if he could have her hand in marriage. And, you know, because it was an important thing that they talked about in the fantasy suite, but Jordan didn't do it. And she wanted to see if Jordan would actually own up to the fact that he didn't do it and just tell her. And he went on making excuses like how it's awkward and the timeline, when he really didn't have no excuse. And I thought he was going home. I thought Jordan's done, or Jojo's done, doesn't want him. He's gone. He's out of here. C'est la vie. Peace out, Jordan. They had like a dinner-ish thing at Jordan's hotel, and she was still feeling really upset, confused, and like, why the hell did you not ask my father? And it seemed like a deal breaker. And she left like confused and upset. He was confused, but he was like cocky as usual and was like, I'm just gonna have faith that it's all gonna work out. Then the next day was the rose ceremony, or the final rose, or the engagement, or the proposal, whatever you want to call it. And Robbie was the first one to get out of the car. Now, if you've been watching The Bachelorette or The Bachelor for the last 15 years, 12 years that it's been on, you would know that the first person to get out of the car is the one going home. The first person out of the car was Robbie. And he was so confident that he was going to get on his knee and propose. And they had these amazing rings that they had picked out for her. And he was going down. He was confident. He looked very nice. And he went on to a spiel telling her how much he was going to protect her and love her and make sure that she knew that. And Jojo said, I have to stop you. You know, I love you. I fell in love with you, but my heart is with Jordan. It's like, what? Like, why would you tell the poor guy that? Like, you don't tell somebody that you love them, but then you're picking someone else. Like, you just don't do that. She really broke his heart, and it left everybody kind of like, dumbfounded, because he was so shocked. I was shocked. The audience was shocked. Everybody was shocked. And he was just completely heartbroken. But he, like he said, and after the final rose, he just kind of gazed into the horizon and saw all his future visions of having a family with her was just like disappearing, just like the sunset. And I felt really, really bad for him. I got a little bit teary-eyed, and I was like, wow, like this is like the saddest thing. And Jojo got really upset too. Like, she was just, as Chris Harrison put it, gutted by this situation that she had essentially put herself in. I just don't get it. I don't get why she told him that she loved him and stuff like that, but her heart was with someone else. Now, Jordan. Now, I've seen some really good proposals on The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, and I have to say, Jordan didn't put much effort into his proposal. And, you know, he said things that he's said before. He put the ring on the finger, and there was a part where he picked her up and it looked like they were going to run into the water, which would have been hilarious, but then they didn't. But yeah, she picked Jordan, and I don't know how long it's going to last, because if you got to watch after the final rose, which came on after The Bachelorette, you would have seen that they have gone through a bit of hardship in the last few months while they've been in hiding. They've had to deal with those hardships on their own and without any, defending each other, what have you. And, they've only been engaged for 3 months and they've been through rocky stages, and I honestly, personally, don't think that they're going to last. I mean, I love JoJo. I think she's great. I think that, she deserves the world. Jordan, on the other hand, I think he's going to play her hard. And it makes me sad because I can see it. I hope that JoJo doesn't make a huge mistake, but I hope the best for her and Jordan. Bachelor in Paradise starts this summer, this week on ABC, and it is going to be intense. There are some of my favorite people. Nick Vale is going to be on. Amanda with the 2 little girls, and the 2 twin sisters from Ben's season are going to be on, and I just freaking can't wait. It's going to be crazy. And the fact that Chad's on there and he's got a wild temper and he eats chicken like it's going out of style, it's just going to be great. Like, I can't wait. Oh, but I do have to mention something. I said that the singer James on JoJo's season looked like he had bad breath. Somebody else in the tabloid world had said the same thing. There was a tabloid that said something about stinky breath James. It was like, I totally made that up. Someone stole that from my video. But anyways, until next time, we will miss you. And I'm Leah, and this is Darla.